Benjamin Netanyahu says Hezbollah tried to assassinate him in a drone attack on Saturday. There was a visible security presence outside of his private home following the incident. Israeli military said 3 drones were launched from Lebanon. Mr. Netanyahu described it as a grave mistake by Iran's proxy. Well, joining me now live is Nizar Farsak. He is a lecturer in international affairs at George Washington University. Great to have you on the BBC. Let's talk about this drone attack on Netanyahu's private residence. What do you make of that? And it does seem as if drones might be able to now make it through at least a bit more easily through Israel's defenses.
Yes, indeed. It seems Hezbollah and Iran have figured out the vulnerabilities of the Iron Dome and Israel's different air defenses. There was even a helicopter that intercepted that drone but was unable to down it. So there is a clear level of competence here that, threatened the actual residence of the Prime Minister.
We heard Hezbollah saying that its war with Israel is entering a new phase. Do you think that this could be part of that? What should we make of what Hezbollah said?
I think the message they're trying to send is that they're going to use new tactics that haven't been used before. So the element of surprise is key, because by keeping things murky, it keeps the Israeli military and their defenses on edge because they don't know what's going to hit them. And I believe that drone strike was one such example that if you've killed our leader, so we are more than happy to kill your leader. So it's another caliber or another level of fighting.
The U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has been speaking with his counterparts at G7 meetings. He said that he would like to see Israel start to scale back strikes in Beirut to transition to some sort of negotiation there. Do you think that Israel might heed that call?
I do not think so. Unfortunately, this government is intent on continuing its military campaign. It's hoping it can hit Iran. As far as this government is concerned, for them, it's an opportunity. They have 2 American aircraft carriers in the region. They have immense amount of firepower. They have regional allies that are helping them. So for them, it's an opportunity. They don't know when they're going to have this opportunity of so much firepower as well as regional support in attacking Iran and its proxies.
And of course, it's also interesting now with the leader of Hamas dead, Yahya Sinwar. How do you think the international community might react to that? Will that be seen maybe as an opportunity to say, hey, look, this was a major part of your war aims here, speaking of Israel. Could that give an opening, do you think, for countries, the United Nations, the U.S., other allies, to start to lean a bit harder on Israel and say, you know, it might be time now to start to scale back some attacks?
I believe so. And I think that was the gist of Biden and Harris's reactions, that the whole campaign was about Israel retaining or regaining its deterrent power, eliminating the threat. And by eliminating Senwar, who was the mastermind behind October 7th, arguably the threat is eliminated. So now is the time to make a deal and have the hostages. And that's the pressure they're putting. Whether it's going to work or not is a different issue.
And of course, it takes 2 groups to make that kind of deal. What about Hamas now with its leader gone? Will it be more likely to negotiate or less likely to negotiate and just dig in further?
My assessment is that their capacity to negotiate is going to be, is diminished. With Sinwar out, maybe it's going to be his brother, Mohammed Sinwar. But I think they are going to need some time to regroup and figure out their next steps. So I do not think they are actually ready for negotiations.
We have about a minute left here, but I did want to touch, of course, on the humanitarian situation in Gaza, specifically in the northern part of that territory. It seems now that the IDF is really stepping up its operation there. Are civilians able to stay safe in that part of the territory?
Unfortunately not. The main challenge is people do not know do not trust the Israeli military. They've gone to supposedly safe zones, and then they got hit in those safe zones. So people are very scared. They're unable to sleep because they don't know when something's going to hit them. And unfortunately, it seems this Israeli government is intent on depopulating the north of Gaza. And all of what we're seeing is just putting more pressure on people to leave the north. And even there are some settler movements who already are eyeing some areas in North Gaza for Israeli settlement.
And of course, we should say the IDF says it's operating there because Hamas is regrouping, and that is the reason behind that mission. Nizar Farsak, lecturer at the George Washington University. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.